broken legs way far away from my heart. So I knew in that moment there's no sulking or pouting or anything like that, feeling sorry for myself. Immediately cheering on my teammates.
There it is! And for the first time since 2009 and 7th overall, the Tigers can say, we are champions.
If I had to trade a broken leg for a national championship, I'd do it 10 times. I'd do it 10.
Hello, welcome back to Like-Minded Servants with me, Cecil Graves, where leaders and entrepreneurs come to get better every day. We're going to pick right back up in our episode with Alex Milazzo. I know y'all been anticipating this one, but I felt like I didn't talk about much on Alex's interest outside of baseball. We just really focused on baseball. And I found out with meeting at him at Superior that his heart is in a lot of other things. And I didn't feel like it was fair to just finish up with the third game, wham, bam. You know, everybody's seen it. We just want to hear, you know, what was going on in his mind and how he impacted other team members with his life experiences. And we're going to get to that. But I want to start this one off with what's Alex do? I mean, when we were sitting at Superior and I was telling you, you know, me and my son, we shoot and we hunt and we do all these things. I mean, you kind of lit up like it was just, I put you in gear. And so tell us a little bit about outside of baseball, the life of Alex and what you love, what your passions are.
Yeah. You know, if you catch me outside of the baseball field, you'll probably catch me in either shorts and flip-flops in the summertime or jeans and boots in the wintertime, or maybe even some overalls. You know, something I love to do more than anything else is hunting and fishing. That is a super strong passion of mine. And, man, I love chasing mallard ducks. Love shooting me a big white-tailed deer. Love pulling in some fish in the summertime, man. You know, that for me, that's my escape away from whether it be life, baseball at times. I think it's always good for somebody to have that escape, you know, somewhere where they can go and it's peaceful. It's something, it's just fun. Right. You know, it's something you enjoy doing. It's not work. It's not stressful.
And it's healthy. It's a healthy disconnect.
Yeah, it's a great disconnect, like you just said, from those stressful things in life or things that can be stressful that pile up on your shoulders. And for me, that's hunting and fishing. And, you know, it's probably my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
It is my favorite
thing
to do.
Yeah. Because you lit up just like you did at the table when I was talking about shooting clays and stuff. And
yeah.
Oh man, let me hold up. Give me the mic.
Like at the end of fall baseball, first thing I'm doing is I'm heading home, hooking up to the boat, loading my dog in the truck, loading my shotgun, my waders. Whoever wants to come in with me, we're rolling. We're hitting the road. We're going chasing mallard ducks.
I hear a country music song playing while you're saying all this.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, man. I love me some country music. But, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm hitting the road to go chase some ducks, man. And, in fact, my coach I think sometimes my coach worries that I'm hunting so hard that I forgot about baseball. I'm not working at baseball, but I actually throw my bat bag in the truck with me. So I'll go, hunt in the morning, midday, work out, do my baseball routine, go through it, and then sleep and restart that day. And that's probably my favorite time of the year is when I'm hunting. I'm training in baseball, but
you're keeping that right there with you, even when you're enjoying.
Yeah, and I think it's something I would encourage younger athletes or athletes in general, or just people in general, is like have a passion outside of something that's maybe stressful, whether that be work, sports.
Right.
Sports can take a toll on you. You're playing in a lot of high impact, high pressure situations, and same thing with work. I know a lot of people can get stressed out easily, and I would encourage everybody to find, it doesn't have to be hunting or fishing, but find something you're passionate about, whether that's taking joy rides in the afternoon in a Jeep with a top off, or reading, whatever you want to do. But for me, it's hunting and fishing, and that's my passion right there.
And that's like when you say that with my team, I don't ever talk about money, because money is just going to show up if we're doing the reps. I tell them if we're chasing money, we're doing something wrong. Money should be chasing us. But in their one-on-ones this week, a couple of them work really, really hard. And that's a good thing, but we have to be careful to not let baseball define us, work define who we are. We've got to really disconnect.
It's what you do. It's not who you are.
That's right. That's right. And if you're not serving yourself, the one that's trying to serve others, how are you going to serve others? So the last meeting I had, I told, this was a lady I was meeting with, I said, we've got goals for the rest of the year. What are your goals? And, we went through a couple of things with her, something that, she wanted to achieve. And I said, you need to make sure and find time for you. Like, if it's taking off a day here, hey, take off and you'll still get paid. Stay on the clock, but get out there and serve yourself, because that's where they come back refreshed. So when you're hunting and fishing and finding times to do those things and connecting and just making your heart beat the right way, you're able to go grab that bat bag.
Yeah.
And be a better Alex.
Yeah.
Right.
It definitely recharges that battery for me, man. It's gets you hungry for something else.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah. And I think something that nobody really talks about is, I've made a lot of relationships through baseball, through sports, but man, hunting and fishing, the relationships I've been able to build with people, and the people I've been able to meet through hunting and fishing all over the country. And I think some of the best conversations you'll ever have is whether you're in that deer stand or in that duck blind, hunting. And a lot of times it'd just be me and the dog hunting. That's some of my favorite days. But yeah, if you find something else you're passionate about and you pursue that, you'll find yourself building relationships with a lot of other people. And some of the best wisdom I've ever gotten is sitting in a duck blind with somebody that's a little bit older than me, and you're just having conversations about whatever.
Because they kind of give it to you simple.
Yeah.
Where it's understandable, it's applicable, and it's something they've already went through, right? Y'all are able to enjoy that moment together. And plus, there's no anxiety and stress. Like, you're really just...
The biggest thing you're worried about is, man, how many ducks am I going to kill today? And it's not about that. Yeah, that's why we do it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Don't get me doubt. I'd take a day with plenty of greenheads in the bed of my truck than none. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, it's not about that. It's that passion you have for it and the love for it, and ultimately the other people in it with you. And that's what I've enjoyed the most about it.
Yeah, it's a cool tradition to keep.
Oh yeah,
keep going. So when I say like-minded, serve it, and how you feel like you're one, I think let's back up from that and go. That way, this will make this kind of easier for them, the viewers, to understand. What do you do daily to become a better Alex? How do you get to tomorrow and look back and go, I'm better today than I was yesterday? What's that look like for you?
Yeah, I think a lot of athletes get asked this question, and it's different for everybody. Like, there's no just set in stone plan. Hey, you got to do this plan, and this is the only plan that there is. It's literally different for everybody. Some guys need more, some guys need less, some guys need plans, some guys don't. For instance, I'm a guy, and it probably drives a lot of people nuts. I don't have a plan each day. Like, I do have some things I need to get done, and I have a itinerary I need to get done, or a to-do list. But I'm kind of a guy that can go with the flow and be all right with it. I don't need a plan to feel satisfied in my mind, to be happy. I just don't. But, normally on a daily basis, like, yeah, I'm gonna train. So yeah, whether that's going to the gym for an hour, hitting for an hour, defense for an hour, there's a lot of time that gets invested in there. And but not only that, like, something I'm big on is how do I get better as a leader? How do I become a better person? Yeah, I can become a better athlete. Like, I can train, I can do all these things, but
Stop right there. Why do you want? Because I know your mind's got this.
Yeah.
Like I've already hung out with you, but why do you want to become a better leader? What do you know that other people don't know?
yeah, I think for some reason, I think God has a purpose in my life of being there to impact other people and having people kind of drawn to me and, kind of follow my lead, and that's something I take pride in, is being the best leader I can be, and just like training, it's all different. There's all kinds of different ways to be a leader. It's I alluded to it earlier. It's not always a guy that's yelling in your face. Like for me, for me in the locker room with the team I'm on, each year it's different players. And for me, it's getting to know each player individually and being able to, kind of just talk to them. And being that guy that they can come to with problems, or being that guy they can ask questions. And I'm not going to yell at them. It's being able to talk to guys and help guys through certain situations. But on another note, you alluded to the charity earlier. That's something I fell in love with. I found a charity that I can relate to, and it's the Riley John Foundation. It's a lot of viewers might know it as the Blue Boot Rodeo, and it happens in Grand Isle every year. And it's actually grown so much that it's bigger than the Tarpon Rodeo now, which is crazy.
That's very crazy.
Yes, and it's the people that are doing it are just awesome. How that foundation started is very tragic. Darby's son Riley was, drowned in a backyard swimming pool, and
Was he was 2 or?
I want to say he's 2 or 3 years old, and drowned in the backyard of in their own backyard in a swimming pool, and neighbor just left the gate open, and it happened super quick. Just took their eyes off of it. And it was foundation and a charity that I related to, and because of baseball, I was able to be a part of this. One of my teammates from Homa, Gavin Dugas, this is his family, and so I was able to be part of this and help them out in any way and serve them. And I think it's important to be able to be a part of something that's bigger than you, because this foundation's huge. It impacts lives of everybody. They're handing out free life jackets, having swim lessons, making it mandatory in schools to, teach drowning awareness. And I think it relates to everybody too, because everybody in Louisiana is around water. Yeah. Everybody has a pool. Everybody has a pond, a lake. Everybody goes on boats. It's not just that. It's, he told me a statistic the other day that 25 toddlers last year drowned in a 5-gallon bucket.
Wow.
They flip over in it, and their arms just aren't long enough to get them out. So it's that drowning awareness. And like me, I have a nephew that's 3 years old, and we have a pool at our house. So, and I think it's just charity that's everybody can relate to, and it, everybody can be better at it too. And nobody really thinks about it until something bad happens. And super thankful for Darby and his family for, not rolling over and saying, why me? They had that mindset of why not me?
Yeah.
Or why not us? And they turned it into something great, man. And
something that could impact families, because even the bucket, when you told me about that bucket, a 5-gallon bucket full of rainwater just left outside, and that kid that just, I was that kid interested in just putting something in that darn bucket and then having to go get it and falling in there. And that just was like, man, that could happen. And you don't realize how much it happens. So the organization creating awareness and bringing in people like you that can impact others to come alongside of it was so key. The picture you showed me with that, I say gymnasium, but like the big pavilion thing.
Thousands of people there, man. It was
packed.
Incredible. It was incredible. And it's super cool because, playing baseball at LSU in Baton Rouge, and the support we get from fans, and we have the ability there, and this is something I like to talk to guys about on the team. You have the ability to impact people's lives. You have the ability to have a huge impact on a charity such as this one. Like we had the opportunity, we had custom cleats with his son's Riley's face on the cleats, and it said Blue Boot Rodeo, Blue Boot Foundation, and all that on there. And SEC Network actually did a special on it when we played Mississippi State, and it was pretty cool because after that game and us wearing those cleats and them showing our interviews on SEC Network and on that channel, thousands upon thousands of people were reaching out to Darby on Facebook and stuff, asking, hey, what is the Blue Boot Rodeo and how can I be a part of it? So that's something that was really cool, and it makes you feel good as a person, to be able to help people and have an impact on something like that. And, I don't think people talk about it enough, but when you're serving others and helping others, makes you better.
Yeah.
Because now you have to live up to that standard that these other people are, that you're helping them live up to. You have to live up to that standard. And I think that pushes you.
Yeah. So many, if they'll just take a second, just like what you just did, and take their eyes off of self and go, how can I serve that other person? And y'all all coming alongside. I didn't realize it was during the season. I was thinking y'all kind of met up after the World Series.
And it wasn't just this past season. It was.
So this has been, you've been alongside of this thing for a
We've been
while.
with them for 3-4 years now.
Wow.
It's been awesome, man.
So anyway, you can give back to them. You're almost looking for opportunities.
Yeah.
Well, before we get into that part, when we're talking about like-minded servants and the ones that are close to you and will be close to you this year are going to be those teammates. Not just the ones that you already know, but there's going to be incoming guys too that you haven't met as well. How do you get to serve those teammates? How in that dugout and through the year do you feel like, hey, I am a like-minded servant? And I don't know the best way to put it. Maybe you can kind of help me put it in words, but when you look at a guy struggling, or when you look at a guy that's unsure, or you look at a fella and know, I was actually right where that kid's at. How do you approach them? How does Alex serve those guys?
Yeah, I think has a lot to do with how you carry yourself each day. You can't be a leader when you're always failing. Yeah, it's tough to be a leader and tell people, hey, be on time. Give everything you got in this drill and this workout when you're not doing it yourself. So that for me is like we just talked about, is when you're trying to lead others or you are leading others, you got to hold yourself accountable. And I think it actually pushes you to be better, because you're leading others and they're looking at you. But yeah, for me, man, it's all about being that guy that people are comfortable coming up to and talking to and just being open. I may be hard on some guys and expect a lot, just like I would want them to expect a lot from me and be hard on me and, hold me accountable in my actions. I think that's something not many people talk about, is how people respond when they are held accountable. Most people lash out in anger. But being able to take that criticism when you're given criticism, But yeah, for me, man, it's knowing the shoes and some of the things I went through throughout my career, and being able to help other guys on the team, no matter what it is, whether it's, hey, let's all, as a team, like, let's get 10, 15 guys, let's go out to eat this afternoon, let's all hang out,
Wait, stop right there. We missed something earlier. Getting those guys together. Y'all went, was it every Sunday morning this year to a pastor's house? He cooked you breakfast?
No, that was actually Mr. Charlie. Okay. And he's kind of our team chapel, I guess you could say. And he holds he kind of holds like a little group at his house, and he basically serves our team great guy, man. And, yeah, just a great guy, and kind of somebody who normally coordinates times to go over to his house and
get into the Word.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just something, it's like almost like a small group, I guess you could say, which is pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool with baseball, you know. You wouldn't expect something like that at LSU. And
it helps y'all bond together.
Yeah.
And then in those moments, like you're saying, you showing up, doing the same reps and things that the other teammates, it allows you to have that tough love with them when they're not doing what they're supposed to. And you know, well, this is how I responded. So they're not lashing out back to you because they've seen you do it and you've bonded with them. You bonded just like that fella having all of y'all over. He understood y'all were going to bond together, but with him, but you also bond together better with teammates. But it's just the way men are wired, doing things together. We just bond that way. Women do it by talking.
Yeah, it's almost like just a brotherhood, man. I feel like our baseball team's almost like a fraternity.
Yeah.
You know, it's
club.
Yeah. It's we're super tight. And it's crazy to see like when new guys come in and, you know, everybody's not close, and then you look at the end of the year how tight we are. It's incredible. It's like a family.
Yeah. What it should be.
You spend more time with those guys than you do your own family, which is crazy to think about, but you know, we're up at the field a lot of times 5, 8, 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
You know, and you're with those guys a lot, so you got to trust them.
Right.
And I think that just comes through building relationships with each guy.
Yeah. And as you move on, you've already seen this happen, but as you move into career with the, you know, Major League Baseball and then your career in life later, if you end up having a business and stuff, you're going to spend most of your time with that working family. And a lot of things you've said resemble that team environment works. I know in my industry, they hire a lot of coaches, a lot of players, a lot of athletes because they know those guys get it. Like that's what it takes to build camaraderie and make something work. Well, thank you for watching today. We appreciate this so much. I hope this has impacted you. I hope you'll share this with somebody so that it can impact them. We're on all social media platforms at Like-Minded Servants, all podcast platforms. So leaving with that, let's get out there and serve someone today so we all get better together.